Have you ever finished a walk doing what you've always been told is the best exercise and still felt like your legs were dragging behind you? That heaviness, that ache, as if your body's working harder than it should just to stay upright? You're not alone, and more importantly, it's not your fault. For years, we've been told that walking is the ultimate key to healthy aging. But there's a hidden truth most people never hear about, a truth that could change how you move, how you feel, and even how you age. Deep inside your lower legs lies a muscle scientists now call your body's second heart. This small but powerful muscle plays a vital role in pumping blood back to your heart, keeping your circulation strong, your balance steady, and your legs alive with energy. But after 60, this muscle often falls asleep. It becomes inactive, and that's when the heaviness starts, the swelling appears, and the simple act of standing or walking begins to feel harder than it used to. The good news is this hidden muscle isn't gone. It's just waiting to be reactivated. And today, right here on Golden Wisdom, I'll show you exactly how to wake it up with 3 simple, gentle exercises you can do right at home. No gym, no equipment, no pressure. Just a few mindful minutes that could transform the way you feel from the ground up. So before we begin, take a moment and drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to connect with you and know where this community of strength and wisdom is growing around the world. Now, let's get to work. The first movement is called the seated heel raise, your first step to waking up the second heart. This simple exercise can change how your legs feel in just days. If you've noticed swelling by afternoon or you feel a wobble every time you stand up, this is where your turning point begins. Buried inside your lower legs, beneath the surface, lies a hidden engine called the soleus. It's not the big flashy calf muscle you see in the mirror. It's deeper, more powerful, and far more important than most people realize. Scientists call it your second heart because every time it contracts, it pushes blood upward, fighting gravity and sending oxygen-rich blood back toward your heart. After 60, this system often weakens simply because it's not being used the way it was designed to. Walking alone doesn't fully wake it up, it just gives it a gentle nudge. But this movement, right here in your chair, will flip the switch back on. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor, knees bent at 90 degrees. Place your palms lightly on your knees or hold 2 small water bottles for a little resistance. Keep the balls of your feet pressed firmly to the ground, then slowly lift your heels as high as you comfortably can. Feel the squeeze at the back of your lower legs. Pause for 1 or 2 seconds, and then gently lower your heels down. Don't let them drop. Repeat this motion 10 to 15 times, once or twice a day. This small movement activates the soleus and reminds your brain, this muscle matters. Wake up, support me. You might be surprised by what happens next. Over time, your legs may start feeling lighter, swelling may reduce, and your steps may feel more connected and stable. This is more than just exercise. It's communication between your body and your brain, a reconnection to strength that's been waiting quietly beneath the surface. But as always, a gentle word of caution. If you've recently had a blood clot, suffer from painful varicose veins, or feel any sharp pain in your calves, please talk to your doctor before starting. Otherwise, this small seated movement can be your quiet revolution, just 2 minutes a day to wake up your internal engine and begin rebuilding from within. Now that your second heart is awake, it's time to take it one step further. Let's rise. Our next movement is the standing calf raise, where gravity meets power. Have you ever stood up and felt just a little unsteady? Maybe reached for the wall or a chair before taking that first step? It's easy to chalk it up to aging, but what's really happening is that the system responsible for grounding you, your lower leg muscles, has forgotten how to fully engage. That stops today. This second exercise will teach your legs to trust themselves again. Stand facing a sturdy counter or chair for support. Keep your feet hip-width apart, toes pointing forward. Place your hands lightly on the surface, not to lean, just to steady yourself. Shift your weight slightly toward the balls of your feet, then slowly lift both heels as high as you comfortably can. Pause at the top, feel the power in your calves, and then gently lower your heels down with control, as if you're placing something fragile on a shelf. Repeat this 10 to 15 times. You can do this in the morning to wake up your circulation and again in the evening to reduce swelling. What makes this movement special is that it engages both major muscles of your calf, the soleus and the gastrocnemius, while training the nerves around your ankles, knees, and hips to sense balance automatically. That's something called proprioception. It's your body's way of knowing where it is in space. As you practice this movement, your body becomes smarter, more responsive, and more confident. With each rise and descent, you're not just building muscle, you're building control. And that quiet control is what prevents falls, strengthens your heart, and restores a sense of stability you may not have felt in years. Remember though, if you've recently had foot or ankle surgery, feel dizzy when standing, or have severe balance issues, stay with the seated version and consult a healthcare provider first. Otherwise, keep practicing this move daily. Because every time you lift yourself up, you're sending your body a message. I am not fragile. I am strong. I am reclaiming balance. And that's a statement worth repeating every day. Now we move into the final exercise, the bent knee calf raise, also known as the deep soleus activation. This is where you unlock the deepest, most powerful stabilizing muscle in your body. Here's why it matters. Most falls don't happen when we're walking fast or moving big. They happen in small moments. Reaching for something on a shelf, standing on one foot to put on a shoe, or stepping off a curb. In those tiny shifts, your body decides whether it stays upright or loses balance. This exercise reprograms your stability system to handle those moments with grace and strength. Here's how to do it. Stand behind a sturdy chair or counter and lightly hold it for balance. Shift your weight onto your right leg and lift your left foot just an inch off the floor. Slightly bend your right knee, not a squat, just a gentle bend. From this position, slowly lift your right heel as high as possible, pause for a moment, and then lower it down slowly. Repeat this 8 to 12 times, then switch sides. The key is to keep that knee slightly bent throughout the movement. That's what shifts the work from your outer calf to your deep soleus muscle. The difference between this move and the previous ones is that now you're training the endurance fibers, the ones built for support, not speed. This muscle doesn't tire easily. It was designed to hold you steady for hours and to protect your balance during all the little tasks that fill your day. When you activate it regularly, you'll notice you stand taller, move with more confidence, and feel connected to the ground beneath you in a new way. And the beauty of this, you're not just getting stronger, you're getting smarter. Your body begins to coordinate its strength, alignment, and stability like a well-tuned instrument. As always, if you have severe balance problems, recent Achilles or ankle surgery, or pain when bending your knee, modify this move or consult your doctor before trying it. Otherwise, stay consistent. This is how you move from wobble to wisdom. Now take a deep breath. You've just done something remarkable. In a few simple minutes, you've reawakened a system that supports your posture, pumps your blood, and anchors your balance. The same system that's been quietly waiting to serve you all these years. This isn't about fitness. This is about freedom. At this stage of life, it's easy to believe that slowing down or losing balance is just part of aging. But what you've proven today is that small, intentional movements can create massive change. You didn't need a gym, fancy equipment, or extreme workouts. All you needed was awareness, focus, and a few guided minutes of self-care. These 3 exercises, the seated heel raise, the standing calf raise, and the bent knee version, form a foundation, a ritual of reconnection between your body and your confidence. Every time you do them, you're telling yourself, I still have control. I still have strength. I still choose to move with purpose. If you felt even a small shift today, a little more stability, a little more life in your legs, let the world know in the comments by writing, Second Heart Activated. Because here on Golden Wisdom, we're not just a community, we're a movement of people proving that age doesn't define your energy, your mobility, or your joy. So keep showing up, keep awakening that second heart. And remember, you're not losing power, you're simply learning to use it differently. Stay steady, stay strong, and stay wise. And if this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe to Golden Wisdom, your home for strength, vitality, and lifelong movement from the ground up.